Hey guys, today we have Praveen and he is having total 9 years of experience in Java, Spring Boot and microservices. And guys, those who want to give same free mock interview, please fill out the form below in the description. So now let's get started. Hey, hello Praveen, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yes, I'm also good. Shall we start?
Yeah, sure. You can start. Yeah.
Okay. So Praveen, can you please introduce yourself and your recent project in brief?
Yeah, definitely. Faizan, currently I'm working for Lenskart. Okay. I'm part of the store operations and the platform team. I'm working from past 4 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at different projects. Yeah, like along with the order placement, store visitor, okay, token management generation when the customers are like, in the store. Then like we big project, what we had delivered is the Cosmos, which is a
Mm-hmm.
real-time data integration pipeline, okay, which takes off the data across services. It will try to emit the events based on the trigger, okay. And
Mm-hmm.
also we integrated the Power BI for sales data analytics purpose.
Okay.
And,
So I
and
just want to
also,
know, let's say your production application, you did some production, right? Now it shows out of memory error. Okay.
mm,
And I just want to know how would you diagnose this error and what would your approach to resolve this?
yeah, there are multiple cases where we can get the like memory out of error. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For yeah, first of all, right, we have to enable the heap dump like out of memory error in the helm. Okay. When
Mm-hmm.
once it happens, right, we have like a data in the file. Then we have to import the file in JVisualizer or in JStatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, using heap dump analyzer, we have to see the issue exit
Yep.
point.
Yep. 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 That is correct. Okay.
Hmm.
So let's say a singleton bean uses a hash map for lazy caching. Okay.
Okay.
In production,
And
you see random concurrent modification exception. The team
okay.
insists, like team is saying, we only read after startup. So what is really happening in this scenario?
Single, see, generally, right? Yeah, which is not a concurrent hash map is like definitely what I can say. If, whenever we iterate or when we try to update things, right? Okay, it's like a fail
Mm-hmm.
fast one. It was a concurrent modification exception.
Correct,
Okay,
correct.
so we have to show, we have to take care. Whenever we are trying to iterate, right, we should make sure no read can happen, right? No write can be done. It should be handled properly.
So it means two threads hits a cache miss
Okay,
simultaneously.
correct. That,
Correct.
two that is
That's
catch.
why
Mm.
we are seeing this
Yeah,
issue.
we get that. See the issue, correct.
Okay. So what happens if someone wraps it with collections or synchronized map? Is that enough?
Collection of synchronized map. See, it's like enough, but if we might go through a performance issue.
Okay.
Okay, it when compared to concurrent, right, it will be a little slow if it is a global lock.
Mm-hmm.
Every put method.
Actually, synchronized map makes individual put get atomic, but iterating while other thread
Mm,
modifies still throws concurrent modification exception.
got it. Okay. Okay.
Got
What
it?
I thought, right, collection dot synchronized map might create hash table kind of thing. So right, hash table is a global kind of lock, right? Right. Okay. Got
Yep.
it. Got it.
So we need concurrent hash map, which uses segment level locking.
Segment level locking, correct. Mm,
Hmm. Okay.
correct.
Okay. So tell me, I mean, you have to tell me a scenario where volatile is not enough for synchronized for concurrency. And when would you use this keyword and why?
Yeah, definitely. See, volatile doesn't mean synchronized. It gives visibility and the ordering of the CPU instructions. Okay. So whenever simple, we create a singleton object. Okay. So multiple might be multiple services or across the application, we use the same singleton bean. Okay. So n number of threads might be accessing it singleton object. Okay. So whenever it is volatile, right, across the threads, object instance object is clearly visible whether the created object is created or object is yet to be created. Okay. If it is not synchronized, right, multiple threads,
Hmm.
right, if it is not synchronized, object is not created. Okay. Multiple threads try to create this object. Yeah, it's an issue.
Yep, yep. That is correct.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Um, Hey guys, I want to share something important with you. Actually, Praveen prepared from our interview preparation kit and cracked multiple interviews. We have also referred him to the multiple companies. So, guys, let me tell you this interview preparation kit has four main parts. First is complete interview preparation material. It is a step by step material made by me, expert, and MNC's interviews. 99% of the questions asked in interviews are covered in it. Second is two real enterprise client projects. Code and video recorded sessions are there, and you can add this in your resume. Third is lifetime chat support. Here you can ask your doubts anytime. Fourth is referral support. Here we help you to get referred to the top MNCs. Okay. So basically the material is organized as per your experience level and covers Java, Spring Boot, Spring Security, Spring Data JPA, microservices, Kafka, Maven, Git, coding questions, Team API coding questions, and many more. You can buy just the complete interview preparation material or the full kit with project supports and referrals. I have added the links in the description below. So now moving to our interview. And guys, before moving to our interview, since Praveen is here, so we can ask for a feedback. So Praveen, can you please go ahead?
Yeah, definitely, Faiz. Yeah, yeah. Yes, I have taken the preparation kit 1 month back. I was going through
Hmm.
all the structured, like what I can say, questions and like or structured
Hmm.
concepts. So it's easy for me for the preparation. So that I don't need to again. I have to chat GPT or any. So that
Hmm.
what are the core concepts? What are they have to prepare? So because these save a lot of time, my time. I got that for
Hmm.
support as well. Yeah, it helped
Okay.
in many ways. Yeah, it
Yep.
helped
Yep.
in reality. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Moving to our interview. So, have you heard about Thread Local? Like, what's the purpose of Thread Local?
Yeah, definitely right. Uh, think that every thread have a thread cache, thread local
Mm-hmm.
cache. Okay. So what are the data? What are for suppose we have a one method which is running by any thread. Okay. We have any parameters, local parameters, method parameters. Those values will be stored in thread local cache. It won't be in the like main memory. Okay. So other thread will not have access to the data. Those are not visible until unless we flash to the main memory. The data will be thread cache only.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
that is fine. Okay, so let's say completable future dot then apply. There is a
Mm.
method completable future dot then apply. So it sometimes runs on the calling thread and sometimes on fork join thread.
Mm.
Okay, so is this a problem? And if yes, then what's the problem and why there is a problem?
See, a problem will be there when we run in the fork join thread
Mm-hmm.
because fork join thread is like we'll have like couple like many threads. Okay, they has to be joined after getting the result. Okay, these that then apply might have a inconsistency operation any of without getting the entire data of all the threads.
Okay, yep, got it. Okay, so moving
Hmm.
to the next question. A service method annotated with transactional annotation calls a
Hmm.
private method also annotated. Okay, a
Okay.
service method annotated transactional annotation calls a private method also annotated transactional annotation, but with propagation is equal to requires underscore new. So the inner
Hmm.
transaction never creates a new one. Why?
Because of the C, at that transaction cannot have call the private methods because it works on the Spring AOP. Okay, Spring AOP will have a client. Okay, so the invocation will not happen on the private methods.
So how would you
Though,
fix this without moving the method to a different class?
yeah, we have to make sure the making the method is public, the inner method.
Okay, cannot we route through the Spring proxy by injecting the bean into itself, like auto-add annotation? My self dot inner method. Have you worked on this? Fetch from context.
Mm, I haven't worked, but using we can at least we can define this method in the Spring AOP class.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can try to intercept and we try based on the proceeding joint point, right? We can trigger, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. A
Okay,
bit I'm not
got it.
sure. No. Hmm.
Yeah, actually, we can do. convert to the public method as well, but we have some other methods as well, like Spring Proxy by injecting the bean into itself, like set.dinner method, something like that. Okay.
Mm,
Okay, so moving ahead, after a Spring Boot upgrade or after working on Spring Boot application, start startup time doubled to 40 seconds or more.
mm,
Okay, no significant code changes has been done. Okay, so how
okay.
would you diagnose and reduce it?
Spring Boot startup time depends on the certain things. Okay, not only the class. Okay, depends
Mm-hmm.
on the class loading. Okay, any reflection APIs we use, any external dependencies which is causing a lot of latency.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and also we have to make sure. Uh, yeah, I think yeah, we have to make sure the less number of reflection API should be like each changes should be there. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, and make sure right we have to make whenever we create object set instead of keeping component right we have to make sure bean should be used. Okay, and also we have to use Spring AOT as well ahead of time. Okay, and I think yeah we have to make sure proper heap size should be maintained.
Have you heard about bean initialization? Like bean is taking
Bean
a lot of time in startup.
bean yes, yes, bean initiate, that's what I'm saying, right? Bean initiate, we have to use lazy loading.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Correct, correct. Okay, so
Hmm.
may I know the Spring Boot version that you are currently working on?
Spring version 2.3.7 release.
Okay, did you get a chance to upgrade it to 3.x?
We tried, but see, Landscape, right? These things it needs a little of stakeholders approval. Okay, if
Mm-hmm.
anything goes back, right, reversal will be a little hectic.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. See, e-commerce company, right? Every minute, every rupee will be calculated. So yeah, these things slightly need
okay,
sort of priority. Hmm.
got it. Okay, so you
But
make
I know.
REST template a singleton bean. Now
Hmm.
response times under load are still slow. So what's next? What would you do?
So response time it depends on the service we call. Okay, if there is, I mean, X service, I'm calling Y service. If Y service is like taking, we have to check the response time of the other service as well. Is what is the any DB lag is there in other service when getting the response, or any latency, network latency is there. So it depends on the those factors.
What's the difference between REST template and web client?
REST template, we have to give everything. We have to use REST template execute method. Okay. So web client in the recent versions, right? It is like an interface kind of thing. If you define the required parameters and path, we give the proper endpoint. It takes over the execution. Is we have to define the adjust object.
Mm-hmm. Correct, correct. Okay, so can you please tell me what are the recent architectural things you have made in your project?
Architectural things, right? Earlier changes are like synchronous, sync communication using trust template. Now we are doing everything real time Kafka. We emit the event, consumer has to pick the event and it has to do the manipulation. That
Okay,
entirely decouple services.
got it. Is it good for, is it good using Kafka for everything? I mean, asynchronous for everything?
It depends. For suppose, right, there is a order placement. Okay, order placement depends on the inventory as well. Okay, I am the customer. I edit the order. Amount will elected. Okay, if I use this asynchronous process, right, inventory service is down. We don't know. Okay, but I was waiting for the inventories there are not inventory valuation. I'm waiting for it. Okay, if it is down, we can't get the value instantly. Though it is real time. So those cases we have to use synchronous. We have to call this as like inventory validation API instantly. Then we have to get the response. So it depends on the region perspective. We have to use it. If it is suppose right, it's notification one. Notification doesn't. It can have a little bit latency. It's fine. We do the order placement. After 1 second, it's getting notification also, it's fine. Customer will not worry. Yeah.
Yep, that is correct. Okay, so Praveen, let's say you have a microservice architecture and there are three, four operations are going in a series. First order
Mm.
is placed, then payment is done, then inventories are directed, then
Like
in order to send emails, service is getting failed. So,
notification.
so what would you do in this situation?
See, we have across the right. We should have a trace ID across, which goes across the services. Okay, right from order placement to the notification service. We see where it got failed from the logs. Okay, different. See, we'll get the like proper exception, right? It got failed with the respect to trace ID. We go to that service. We check. We do the deep, like based on time window where when it has happened, right? We go to the logs. We go to the respective notification API and we see exactly what happened. Notification service was down or any might be client. We use some SMS email clients, right, for sending it. The client was down. Yeah, we debug it, fix the issue.
Okay. So would you use saga pattern here? Would you roll back everything if notifications are getting failed or not?
See, saga pattern definitely we have to use, but for suppose right, for notification we cannot. No need to revert the order, right? It depends service. If it is payment, we have to revert the order. For notification, we have to retry the order. We have to retry the notification. Either we have
After
crossed
several retries, if it is not getting success, then what?
of several retries, right? We have to be definitely uh, either we have to check the other communication. We should inform the customer. Okay, uh, just order is placed. Like don't need nothing to worry. Through might be SMS. We send an SMS notification.
Hmm.
Then we say okay. After several retries, we have to make sure that the data will be good to go to dead letter queue and we debug the issue.
Yep, yep. Yeah, so that is
Hmm.
correct. If notification is getting filled, then it's a, I mean, user and we, I mean, as a platform engineers or software engineers don't need to worry about this. If payment is getting failed, then yes, we have to roll
Definitely
back
should
everything.
point to yeah, correct.
Correct, correct. Okay, so moving ahead. Um, can you tell me the security architecture that we should follow in Spring Boot project nowadays, modern projects? How should we secure our REST APIs? How should we secure Spring Boot application?
Definitely. One is Spring security. Then okay, majorly that currently everyone using JWT tokens. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so whenever we log in system, right, any user, we create a JWT token. Okay, from next time, nothing, every time no need to share the session. That token should be sent to okay for the across services. Okay, in the API gateway, we try to validate it, payload and header, and like signature of the JWT. Okay, if everything is correct, if the JWT token is valid token, then we send it to the API gateway routes to respect to load balancer. Load balancer will distribute the traffic.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. Okay.
Mm.
Let's say your application behind a load balancer always return HTTP 200, status
Mm.
code 200 on health. I mean, when you are calling health API, it's written
Mm.
always 200, even when the database is down, right? So, like, how would you approach this?
Definitely right. Those services available DB is down. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we hit we hit the curl, any of the curl testing curl, and we check the DB DNS status because see DB status also can be measured. What I can say, we can check the status using the Grafana node metrics. Okay, so we try to check the status of the DB, and yeah, we see which server, which DNS will go down, and you have to fix the issue.
Yep, yep, that's correct. Okay, so tell me, have you
Mm.
used scheduled annotation in real projects?
Schedule, you have used it right for many differently for any jobs, huge jobs or any things. We have like as I told in Landscape, we have a lot of post order operations. Okay, for PO generation, sales order generation, everything. Okay, those are though they are instantly will be done, but sometimes it got failed. Okay, so for every 1 hour we try for fulfilling the orders, right? We have to run the job, schedule jobs. So they are
Okay.
these. So for
Tell me some scenarios, one or two scenario.
scenario, as I told, right? We place the order. Okay. So for storage, you can sale order. Okay. After placing the order, we call sale order, but it got failed. But okay, still the order is not fulfilled. Okay. So after 1 hour, right, the cron will run. It will try to create the sale order again. Okay. For suppose other things, right? What I can say, mm, many of the like any purchase order or like what I can say, yeah, commission margin calculation. For okay, for suppose when you place the order, right, each store will gets commission. Okay, the commission got we have some issue with the commission service. This cron job will try to calculate the commission service as well.
Yep, yep. That
Hmm.
is correct. Okay, so let's say your scheduled annotation is doing its job 2 times a day, but you just wanted to it to 1 times a day. So what went wrong?
Okay, we thought of two times a day in the cron expression, but it was only one time. Is it a time zone issue in the Kubernetes cluster?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have faced the same issue when we figured it out. Because for one service, we created a dynamic, what I can say, cube pot generation. For every
Mm-hmm.
one cron job, we create one cluster, cube cluster. The job will be done. The pod will be get shut down. Okay. So we have to give these properties in the help. Okay. So if it is a time zone issue, right? Okay, we are in India. If we give some other countries time zone issue. Okay. So proper node might no, the cron might be like may not be run.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, that is correct. Okay, so moving ahead. Mhm. Two users update the same inventory record simultaneously. Okay, one update
Hmm.
silently overrides the other one with no exception thrown.
Definitely,
Okay,
it happens.
okay. So what would be the root cause and what would be the fix?
Yeah, definitely we have to use synchronize. We have to make sure we have to select for update.
Okay.
We should repeat best message locking.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep.
So for
So
if you hmm,
can we use
go ahead.
reentrant locks?
Re-enter class also is fine. It's like manual lock. Yeah, we can have a fine control over them.
Can we use
But
volatile keyword here?
volatile doesn't do any locking, right? So it will get to know the latest value. That's it. But still I can update the value.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that is fine. Okay.
Hmm.
So now let's say a client is asking you to upgrade your existing APIs. Let's say your existing APIs are V1. Now client is asking you to upgrade to V2, right? So what would be your approach? Means would you remove the existing V1 API and implement the new V2? Or like what would you do? I just want to know. And how would you do?
Definitely, yeah, definitely we have to maintain failover. Okay, we can't remove the existing one. If anything goes back, we can't revert it right. Think we have DDL changes, database DDL changes. We need to have one more column.
Mm-hmm.
We updated the things are not working.
Correct,
Okay,
correct.
again, okay. So we, for reverting, definitely DDL changes reverting it takes a lot of time, right? We have to if anything the lag is there, the DB affects the entire system. So we have to
Mm-hmm.
make sure backward compatibility should be there every time.
Backward
So
compatibility. Yes.
mm,
And how we do API versioning?
yeah, for suppose right, initially we have V1, we create the rest V1 API. We should create the for V2, right? We should create separate controller. Okay, a separate controller. So we have to route to the separate controller, and we have to make sure V1 still alive. Okay, still for in case in future if you want to use the V1 API, it should work as it is.
Mm.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Yep, yep. If you want to add more thing, go ahead. Otherwise, I'll have to move to the different question.
uh, if you're not satisfied, yeah, we can add it more.
Okay. Yeah. Now
Uh,
moving to the next question. Okay. So
mm,
let's say Maven builds take 12 minutes on the CI server, but 3 minutes on the developer's laptop in a local. Okay.
mm,
Code is same. Okay. Version is same. Maven version is same. Okay. And CI has more CPU cores, right? then like how would you investigate this, and what would you do in this situation?
Local it will take 3 minutes. See, if it is stage or prod environment, right? Okay, building lot of external dependencies will be there for running the Kubernetes cluster services, all these dependencies. Okay, so in local we
Mhm.
don't need, we won't run all these dependencies. So we have to make sure whatever the required dependencies we have to keep it, other we have to remove it.
And also, actually, CI server downloads dependencies on every build. There is no local Maven cache, just like in a
No,
developer's local machine, right?
yes, correct. Here we take it from the M2 local M2 folder, but there is no M2 folder, local machine there. So every time it
Mm.
will create the new file in the ECR registry. Yeah, it will create build a system. Correct.
Okay. Do you know about serial build and parallel build in Maven?
Serial build and parallel build. 100% not sure.
Okay. Let's say
But
there are multiple modules in our project, right? So we can run those modules parallelly.
modules, got it. Okay, what else? I got it. If you have any modules, right, in my parent
Hmm.
project, sub
Hmm.
modules will be run parallel. Got it. Got it.
Parallelly. Okay. But
Got
by
it.
default, it's a sequential build. One by one, we build our Maven project.
Ah,
I mean
okay.
modules. Okay. So we have to do
Okay.
some configuration like -t for I mean something like that. -t4 means four threads will work, something like that.
I worked before. Oh, got it. In the comments you can
Uh,
get before this. Got it. Hmm.
yep, yep.
I have an iPhone T. You something got it. I got remember. So okay.
Mhm.
Got it. Got it.
Okay. So like I just want to know how much AI you guys are using nowadays, and I mean for each hands-on, for every hands-on you are using AI, or like what's the procedure in your project?
Definitely right. Nowadays, AI is like cake potential having a cake of it may have. We integrate with the cursor. We give our requirements. Okay, what to do, business requirements, and we try to generate the code. Okay, but we can't take 100% guarantee or reliability in the code. So we have to have proper test cases as well. Nothing, because should not break anything. Okay, we run the test cases and we try to see if anything breaks. Then we try to fix the APIs.
Okay, but
Well,
nowadays people are creating test cases even from AI, Claude or Cursor.
correct, but I would rather say we can't 100% take 100% guarantee. If
Okay.
anything, think for which are the critical scenario, complex scenarios, right? If
Mm-hmm.
definitely they like what I can say, things will break in production only rather than local.
Mm,
So we
okay.
can't take the yeah.
So are you leading any team or what?
Yes, I'm leading the team. Yes.
Okay. So what do you suggest to your teammates? Should they depend on AI completely or partially or 0%?
Uh, we can believe the AI, but we have to make sure it should not have introduce new bugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
yep.
we have
That is correct.
yeah, we have to make sure the proper code generate. We have to go through the flow once. We have to see. We have to run the test cases local as well. All the complex
Mm,
test cases, edge cases. Then yeah, it's fine. We can go ahead. See
okay.
earlier, coding part it takes time, but now testing part should be more time.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Hmm.
And we can encourage like something like that. We should do research and analysis by taking help of AI. But in terms of hands-on, we should do ourselves. Otherwise, we won't be in practice if we
Correct.
want to do any
Correct. We
coding
will
things and all.
definitely correct. We are
Mm.
going to first of all, in future, if like junior developers will not do streamed, what they'll get, they can't at least stream the list as well by hands
Mm.
on.
Hands-on. Correct, correct. Okay, so moving ahead, there are two situations for you. One is perfect code, I mean, best code, but that is taking time to deliver. Okay. And another one is not the best code, just average code, but on time delivery. So, which one would you prefer?
Depends on the business requirement. What is
Okay.
see average code in terms of see average code? Not if it is like API performance is good, we can go with API as average code. this, what I can say, code cleanability, maintainability, we can refactor later as well by taking priority.
Yeah, by average means performance is also average. Uh, Code clarity is also average. Code practices is also average. It's not the best one, right? But we can achieve the best one. But that is taking time, so we would not be able to do on time delivery.
On the,
So.
yeah, correct. Which is, see, every company depends on the revenue. Okay, if I give the API in 1 millisecond, if I take
Mhm.
2 months of time, I'm going to lose my revenue for 2 months. If I give within a day, we take 100 seconds, it's fine. 100 milliseconds also fine. We can refactor in future as well.
Mm.
It depends. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, that is correct. Moving ahead. So, like, what Java version you are using?
Java 8 and Java 11. Yeah.
Okay,
But I'm
so
having idea Java 17. Yeah, go ahead.
okay, so why you guys didn't get a chance to upgrade it to the 17 or 21? Because as we know, they are the latest one. Is there any specific
Yeah.
reason?
Uh, because see, we try to do it, but what happens, right? We get a lot of issues, compiling issues to fix it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we have a lot of, we can't give 100% our bandwidth there in fixing those issues because we get a lot of requirements every day. Okay, so at least for free services are using Java 11, but we try to keep update to 17. But we got issues. We like getting infrastructure. We thought, what for suppose, right? We thought, have we went on strategy. Suppose we have 4 nodes, cube nodes. Okay, we
Mm-hmm.
3 nodes Java 7, like same code Java 11. With 1 node, we thought of like deploying Java 17. But because of this infrastructure limitations, we couldn't do. Yeah.
Okay, but my
Mm.
question, I have one question. Uh, if we are facing some issues while upgrading any version, so due to those issues, should we stop upgrading the version? Is it a good practice?
It's not a good practice because with the new versions, we get a lot of benefits. GC
Even
comparability,
vulnerabilities would be fixed, a lot of security vulnerabilities.
security will also fix. But what we're doing, right, these things we're using check marks kind of thing.
Mhm.
Instead of keeping those things, right, we are using our bandwidth using automation, check marks, everything. So we try to fix the queries in other way.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, so Praveen, yeah, it's done from my end. And yes, it was a very, very nice interview. You have answered most of the questions.